And that is a wrap for this week. Hope you enjoyed this week's DocumenTrey. Action.
Dad, we're ready.
Ready for what?
For Trinity to wake up and go say happy birthday to her.
Ooh, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do this.
Trinity is 2. Happy birthday to you. Oh no. You have no idea how grateful we are to celebrate Trinity's 2nd birthday. I just wanted to pause real quick. Here's a Tray. There was 2 weeks where Trinity was in the NICU, and it was some scary times, and we're so grateful. It felt like forever, and I know for some it's much longer. Others, you've never experienced NICU. It's all over the map. Anyways, it was a big part of our story. Here's a Tray, a quick clip from the past on YouTube. We're just grateful to celebrate Trinity's birthday. It just feels extra special. Right. Thank you. Trinity Rose was born at 10:35 in the morning on July 27, 2018. We named her Trinity Rose because we're praying that the power of God and the resurrection is very clear and evident on her life. And when people see her, they see the Father, and they see the love of the Father. We're praying for blessing upon blessing on her life, and we're just so thankful for her, to add her to the tribe, and we really do view her as just an arrow in our quiver that we're gonna shoot out into the world and make a difference for Jesus. So it's so fun being a dad. Now, we need to be careful not to talk bad about acute anxiety, because actually God wired us to have anxiety. There is a kind of anxiety that is good for you, and this is called acute anxiety. And this is based on immediate threat. And so when we're talking about anxious, we're not talking about that. We're talking about chronic anxiety. So in the workplace, you'll notice this a lot. This is not an immediate threat. This is an imagined threat. Really trying to play catch up with so many things this week because we took a week off, and anyways, got invited to do a Dave Ramsey conference, I guess. I don't fully know everything. Kenny invited me and said, hey, make a video about making videos for workshops and kind of our strategies we have to use workshops to reach people. Here's a clip from it. Happy Wednesday. So everybody in our area wants to have a better marriage. They want to have a better family. So we found that workshop to be great, and then we take that material, we don't waste it. We then put it on YouTube, and it reaches even more people. If you don't allow God to do the hard work of transforming your pain, you will do the easy work of transmitting your pain. So today I have a few meetings with a few people, kind of all over the map. It's weird, it's always my favorite thing at the end, but I'm terrified of it in the beginning. I feel like I can't vlog about this meeting, obviously. Can I be vague, or do you think even that? His name's JC, remember him? So it's the brand new, I think it's the only Presbyterian church in Queen Creek. His church, because he meets at another building just like us, they meet at 4 o'clock. The biggest problem we're facing is how do we, I don't know, I kind of go crazy on Sunday mornings, and Tom Ashbrook told me kind of the same thing. He said, when would be the ideal time to come and worship and mix? What does Sabbath look like when we take it seriously in terms of family time, rest time, with young families? Getting everybody dressed and out of the house, and is no easy. Right. Right. Yeah. But he said the other thing I haven't thought about yet. He said, present to your people like this is actually a great opportunity to bring your lost friends here, because Sunday morning, so many times it's like, I don't want to get up that early. Like people who are not in the church world, they're not used to Sunday morning being so and they're used to it being so lazy and just doing whatever you want. So he's saying it kind of gives people more confidence to invite their lost friend, like, hey, do your day, whatever, but tonight, do you want to check this out with me, and I'll pay for your dinner after, or whatever kind of thing. So I thought that was a cool way to present it. Not only is it good, a Sabbath rhythm, and we're too busy anyways, this is your opportunity to get rest, but hey, this is an evangelism opportunity too. You can offer nothing to it? I agree. It's Friday again, and I have yet to completely finish the sermon, and so sometimes I take my hoverboard and just go around the auditorium and pray and try to get ideas. It's out of battery, it's why it's beeping. I shouldn't be doing this. So annoying. Anyways, what I realized is what's really hard, I just watched a video by this guy, Jahng Conte. I'll link it up here, but he talked about the importance of packaging.
By just adjusting our packaging. And we didn't even have to take our musical soul and stomp all over it. We had limited the adjustment to the packaging around our music instead of the music itself.
I think that's why my sermons are so difficult at times to get together, because I so care about the content and I just want the passage to speak for itself. But something I've noticed is part of my job is to package it correctly. And that's something I honestly do really bad at. I'm so sorry for this beeping. That's something I do terrible at with my vlogs and stuff. The heart of the message is the message. But what I try to do is spend a lot of time packaging it to get people to care about it. I think that's part of my job, is to make room to show the necessity of this truth, to show the power of it. It'd be much easier if I just walk up every Sunday and just be a commentator and just, this is what he said, this is what the Greek means, this is what the Jews or the Gentiles did, all right, good night. But I want to package it to show just how powerful it is for our moment and what we need to do specifically. So I try to bring in culture, I try to bring in other authors, which another thing at my age I've really noticed, I used to back away from quoting, but now I recognize I think quoting other authors and thinkers gives even more authority. It shows that I'm a learner. It also shows that, hey, these ideas aren't completely mine. And at my age and stage of life, I actually think it's better to prove and show that all these concepts aren't mine, specifically, of course, from the Bible, which is why we just kind of go verse by verse, book by book, because at the end of the day, we're all students of God and His Word. Do you hear the beeping still?
Listen, you cannot be consoled by God if you want to keep control of God. We want to be comforted by Him, but we want to tell Him what to do. Those two things don't go together. And so Paul is saying, I have a prayer for the remnant. Revival needs to come. I know in church in Ephesus, you're a small group of people, but we must understand right away to prepare this moment for a remnant, to prepare a revival. We have to be people that recognize we are not in control of God. Louis Giglio, one of my favorite pastors, he told me, act like we're friends. No, we're not. He was at a huge conference. There's 18,000 other people there, but he told me, okay? He goes, as pastors, as Christians, why do we spend so much of our time praying to God, telling Him what to do? What if we spent more time praying and asking God what He wants us to do? I think God is a better shepherd. He's a better pastor than all of us are. So why not we ask Him what to do? I think preachers, we do a bad job talking about surrender, because the way we preach about surrender and giving up control is we act like it's one of the worst things to do, but you have to do it, right? Being a Christian, it stinks. I get it. All your friends have fun. It's the best life, but you're a Christian, so you got to give it up. You got to surrender. It stinks. I know, but heaven, right? What if, and Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who I love, he wrote this book called The Cost of Discipleship. It's in the bookstore. Nobody buys it because it's super heady. It's very brainy, okay? Whatever. It's a great book. You're missing out. Dallas Willard says that's a great book. Cost of Discipleship, it's true. But we need to write a book that's called Cost of Non-Discipleship. Friends, it costs more not to surrender than it does to surrender. You live a life without the comfort of God. You live a life without the power of God. There is so much power we have when we have the right posture. I love it. The pressure is off when the posture is on.
Everything we have is a gift from God, but what a privilege it is as Christians and pastors to be a part of the packaging.